Essien can score as he did at the weekend. Let's take a look at the Ajax lineup then. In two players who featured in the World Cup finals. Perhaps surprisingly, keeper Martin Stekelenburg plays, while Christian Eriksen, the Danish international, also starts. There's experience at the back in the form of former Barcelona defender Ole Gerd. Interesting to see how Jong gets on up front, a prolific scorer for the junior side and in pre-season. He will be partnered by Zegelar on the left and Sarpong on the right. Chelsea make two changes to the side that defeated Crystal Palace up 1-0 on Saturday. With Petr Alex injured, there's an opportunity for Ross Turnbull and Billy Clifford in goal, and at right back been
recently in the last year or so, and it does have a good atmosphere, so this is a good test today.
It's really great to be back in a real footballing city. These young players for Chelsea hoping to call. Kept in play by Clifford, but intercepted comfortably. And an opportunity now for De Jong to try and get something going on the left-hand side. It's a comfortable save.
Well, I think as we shows there, but you have to say, I think he could be quite active in these early stages of the game.
Yeah, the Tonga it was that got up from the back. Out on loan last campaign. Blackburn, be interesting to see if he can impress. Shot from distance only just wide of the left-hand post. It was well struck by Danny Sturridge.
That's an opportunity strike, isn't it? I think he's done well here. A little clip round the corner. We see the ball over the top. Josh McCracken getting onto it. De Santo causing problems. It's just bounced nicely for him. And I don't blame him for taking this on. To suggest that this is Michael Essien easing his way back in after injury.
Ball in. Oh, and it's gone in somehow. Well, Bruma, perhaps an own goal. Well, the Ajax supporters are cheering. And a few years ago, that might have been Jeffrey Bruma in the stands, an Ajax fan. And that's not something he'll look back on with any fondness. He did
essential to the way he supports. But there we see the delivery for the goal. Well, I think that's probably not even been touched by Jeffrey Bruma. It looks to me like it's come up. Very difficult for them, but they need to come back in. And they have, and there's a chance here for Chelsea. It breaks kindly.
Centre pulling for it again, as is McEachran. Can he take it in his stride? Initially denies, still trying to take it first time and scores. 1-1. We are level. Well, Stekelenburg is doing the shouting. He should have been covering his near post.
Well, he's fuming at his defenders, but there was definitely a chance for Chelsea there. There was a good day defending on the halfway line. McEachran was in quickly to unsettle the Ajax back four. The ball broke there. We see Josh does very, very well here. Wins the ball. Santo gets a toe on it as well, and the ball through there. Absolutely superb. Josh McCracken can't quite take it, but Danny Sturridge says, well, I'll have a go. And again, not frightened to shoot. Takes it on, but where was the goalkeeper? You have to question him at his near post, because that's not close to the near post. He's quite a way out. It's a great finish by Daniel Sturridge. One thing you always want when you've got decent possession are shots on target. We've had a couple, possibly could have had a couple more. I think there's got to be some.
Oh, and a mistake from Turnbull here, and an opportunity for a second for Ajax, and that's terrible goalkeeping. And this time, Jong does manage to find an open goal, easy as you like, and Ajax are back in front.
Well, you've got to say it's a personal disaster for Ross Turnbull. There was a question about who would start against West Bromwich Albion with the injury to Petr Cech. He's not doing himself any favours. Total error, isn't it? I mean, it's an early ball by Stekelenburg. Maybe at 6s or 7s, but this should be so comfortable to deal with. Unfortunately, Ross makes a huge mistake. He'll hold his hands up, I'm sure, trying to keep the ball inside the penalty area so he can pick it up. Why didn't he clear it away first time? Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Well, it's a mistake that has cost us another goal.
Well, De Jong was born in Switzerland to Dutch parents, moved back to Holland when he was just 6. He had some good possession, creating 1 or 2 opportunities, one that they've taken through Sturridge, and they might be able to get another one here. This is Clifford with a cross. He takes a deflection. Centre was looking to get on the end of it. He got the final touch on that.
It certainly looks like a corner. Great ball by Josh McEachran. That's what he needs to do. Get on the ball, turn, clip it in first time.
Jong wanted it back. It wasn't forthcoming. And the referee blows for half-time. Bruma with an own goal, giving Ajax the lead after the opening exchanges. Sturridge managed to equalise before Jong after a howler from Ross Turnbull gave Ajax a 2-1 advantage at the break. Sturridge, the goal scorer for Chelsea. Hopefully the Blues can get back into it, but they trail at half-time by 2-1. Pre-planned anyway. Chalobah, of course, an under-17 England international who starred out in the Euros. And Scott Sinclair, who was on loan at Wigan last season, just the one Premier League start, more often than not used as a substitute, but certainly a player with lots of talent. We haven't seen the best of him maybe at Chelsea. He's had one or two cameo roles over the last few years, coming on in Carling Cups and indeed in league games. And once again, Clive, a chance for the likes of Sinclair, maybe in particular, to show what he can do in this second half.
Well, it certainly is, and Scott Sinclair is one of those players who, for me, in a Chelsea shirt, hasn't quite done it. We'd love to see him do it because of his potential that he's had over the last couple of seasons, but he's been out on loan now and really does need to impress. You know, we say this about all the youngsters, they need to impress, but Scott's one of those players who's got that pace, got that ability, can score goals, but is he consistent enough to get into the Chelsea lineup? Well, we'll have to wait and see, and again, another foot.
Still plenty of threat there with Sturridge and DeSanto. Assuming Mikel having to pull the strings, but after a decent start to the second half, the tempo's just dropped a little bit, and it will suit Ajax, who are away again here, and they might be able to get a third. Wide by Marvin Ziegler.
It was a poor finish and a big mistake again at the back for Chelsea, but if he put this straight wide, he has. I thought Hilario did well to stand up and stay big, but it's a simple ball that should be dealt with. A little bit of a mix-up in the back for Chelsea, but it's an awful miss that is. Time, space. He's put it well wide as well in the end. Well, as we say, pre-season.
To get away here. So coming inside the penalty area. He's been looking to get the shot away. It's taken off his toes, only half away. And he's looking to get the shot in and does, but he's always leaning back and it was always going over.
Yeah, it was a poor strike in the end, wasn't it? But the ball was like a hot potato in that penalty area. 1 or 2 Chelsea players going to ground, which is always dangerous. You see the first challenge. They do look a little bit ragged there at the back, sort of chasing shadows, but
he's not buying it.
I wonder who he's been watching play.
Into the 90th minute.
Getting new TV in Korea.
There might be another here as Ajax come forward. Opportunity and taken for 3-1 in the 90th minute by the Korean substitute Hyun Suk.
Well, he's in the right place at the right time, isn't he? And it's a lovely little ball through, but not the best of defending by Chelsea in that back position.
With a run on the right hand side, and the cross easily tapped in by Suk.
You see the build up playing again, a little threaded pass, and that's a nice little slide rule ball across the face of that 6-yard box. And we'll say got an option, just get it across the face, see if it will finish.
Well, that wraps up the game in fact, because Ajax have won by 3-1. Jong got the second after a howler from Ross Turnbull. Unfortunately for the Chelsea keeper, he could do nothing about the first Ajax goal. Bruma potentially with an own goal, we're not quite sure what sort of touch was on it. Sturridge did pull one back for Chelsea, equalised after the opening Ajax goal. The second half was played at a lesser tempo, and eventually the Korean substitute Suk managed to get a third.